to be a thug that everyone knew. Tripping on the homies that didn't love it like me. Steady squeezing on my gat till my block gon' bleed. I told my mom I'm gone and told my kids goodbye. That's the first fucking day they saw the devil in my eye. And now my ass boy knocker, I ain't taking the plea. I bet the hardest motherfucker couldn't bang it with me. I got my mask in my glove and left my heart in the gutter. I gave it to some bitch that was fucking another. So I told her go and keep it, I don't need it no more. I got a million little bitches that can fuck like a pro. I watch my life pass by, putting fools in their back. I heard the judge screaming out, you don't know how to act.
What about my hood? What about my Jesus?
They still don't give a fuck about us.
What about my boys locked up in the pen?
They still don't give a fuck about us.
What about the thugs working till the day they die?
They still don't give a fuck about us.
What about my block? What about my boys on lock?
They still don't give a fuck about us. I'm a straight go-getter, go for the cash. Cold hard motherfuckers told me get in and mash. I live my life in the pen, but got my heart in the hood. I was raised by a beast and took my lessons from Cook. I'ma grind on the block, live my life for the beat. And the simple fact is they don't give a fuck about me. But being real is I don't give a fuck about me. So I got my pistols double clipping, I was bringing the pain. So in my heart, I love when it rains. Imagine living life when you're fucking alone. I gave so much to the hood that they call me a pro. I got chrome straps dripping, stuck on my palm. And every problem that I caused was mentally wrong. Gotta see these little fucking homies trying to live like me, bucking on a motherfucker just for free. It's that gang banging life, trying to live like some gods.
What about my hood? What about my Jesus?
They still don't give a fuck about us.
What about my boys locked up in the pen?
They still don't give a fuck about us.
What about the thugs working till the day they die?
They still don't give a fuck about us.
What about my block? What about my boys on lock?
They still don't give a fuck about us. I was raised in shit, so I took my future and ran with the plot fucking bleeding that I'll be the man. I took the beat, multiplied it with some demons of course. And I was coming with the hood, with the devilish force. In the town where the block wasn't recognized much. About 5 motherfuckers that was ready to buck. I got my pistols of course and start collecting some corpses. The money started flowing, so I was adored. Now I'm rolling in and tripping, watching TVs and whips, counting grand in the back. My doty's burning my tips. So much bitches on the jock when my birds go flip. And now they give a fuck cause they say that I'm rich. Now my hood multiplied by hundreds of corpses. I got